guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariam and welcome to Healthy Habits. I'm so happy that you're here. Today's episode is going to be about 5 healthy habits that you can implement. Not everything at once, please. Because in this generation, we want to do everything at the same time, and I'm guilty also about it. But if we want it to really be in our habits, it needs to be gradually. It's like me wanting to be on every social platform, and then I realized, that's lots of work. Besides Facebook, just please do it gradually. If you want to implement it in your life or something similar, gradually, trust me, it will sustain for a long term if you do it gradually. I've learned another thing that I can share that wasn't the topic, but it's related to it, that if you want to wake up, for example, at 6 a.m. and usually you wake up at 8, let's say, one day you just don't wake up at 6 and every single day it continues to be like that, because few days, yes, you'll wake up at 6 a.m. and then the third or the fourth day you will be like, oh my god, I'm exhausted, and you'll go back to 8 a.m. So the thing that you need to do, it's with 15-minute increments, 15 minutes sooner every 4 weeks. I would say 6, but do we have really patience for 6 weeks? But like every month, so you wake up earlier 15 minutes each month. So let's say usually you wake up at 8 a.m. you wake up 7:45, because you're not gonna feel the 15 minutes if you do it. I've learned from Admilet. So so this is just an example that it needs to be sustained. I'm trying to implement this also, so one thing at a time. Even though we want to do everything at the same time, it's hard for a long term to keep up with that. So one thing at a time. For these videos, right, I do three times per week. Well, I started 3 times per week. Hopefully it will stay like that. But at first I was like, I'm gonna post every single day, and I'm like, no, like start slowly. 3 videos per week. I don't think it's slowly, but was my minimum that I can permit to myself. No, I'm joking, but I started with 3 and see what happens. If I feel like it's a lot, I'll do less, and gradually I'll go to 3 and then more if that's what my goal will be. Now let's go to the topic of the day, which is going to be about 5 healthy habits. So the first one, I think it's obvious, for obvious reason, is working out, and I'm going to tell you why. Well, besides the physical aspects and health aspects, it shows other things as well. When you work out, it shows discipline, it shows consistency, it shows that you didn't give up even though you didn't see results right away. It shows more, it builds your character, it builds your personality more than just, which I'm not minimizing it, but not for the physique. The physique will come with it anyway if you're consistent, you're disciplined, and you do it every single week, not just when you feel like it. I feel like it's at the beginning, it's easy to be encouraged and motivated to work out, and then when you see no results or you see very little results, you give up because you're like, oh well, I don't see results, so it doesn't work. We forget that it takes time. It takes time. Yes, you need to work out. Yes, in the kitchen also you need to be mindful, but it takes time. Even if you have the healthiest diet, even if you work out, I don't know how many times per week, it takes time. Great things take time, which is another video. But so the first habit, working out. And again, you can choose your own path, how many workouts you need or you can do per week. I suggest you to, again, start slowly. If you don't work out at all, once a week, and then you can see how you feel. And then if you feel like it's not enough, twice a week. Because people usually be like, oh yeah, like never work out even a day, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna work out 3-4 times per week. Start with 1, start with 2, and see where it goes. Because let me tell you, if you start with 1 and 2 for few months, that's how I started. Honestly, I didn't start like every single day. That wouldn't last. Honestly, that wouldn't last if I started like right away, like every single day or 5 times a week. That wouldn't last. That's for sure. So I started gradually, and then I was twice a week at first for a very long time, and then 3 times again for a few months, and then 4 times, and then go on. So it takes time. The beauty of it is that when you build slowly, it stays in your habits. That's the key and that's the secret. When you do it right away, everything at the same time, even working out at the same time, you'll get discouraged easily. Because when you do slowly, you can build in your routine. Because people usually are like, oh yeah, I want to work out 3-4 times per week. And then they're like, yeah, but like I can't. On my calendar, I am busy. I do this. Fine. Everyone is busy. I understand that. What if you tell yourself, I can't do 3 times, but I can do 1. And then you slowly upgrade. That's the first one. The second healthy habit is reading books. Now, the first one was healthy body, right? And now it's healthy mind. I think you know where I'm going. Reading books, I can't tell. Nonfiction. Well, if you want to read fiction, that's amazing as well. It's just no fiction will help you with your personal development more. And again, I can't tell great things enough about reading books. Reading books will literally change my life besides listening to podcasts. I feel like it's my another happy place, reading books. And I always tell, sometimes books understand you more than people ever can. Books can listen to you more that some people can. So for me, books, it's my safe place and I learn a lot. I hope you can see my eye. And I learn a lot. So the key part here is to find books that will interest you, whether it's, I don't know, about fitness, about diet, about healthy foods, about like whatever it's interesting to you. That's the key. So it doesn't get boring for you, because personally, I've tried to read books like into the personal development topic, but there are topics that doesn't interest me as much. So I know that if I start to read them, I'm going to get bored and I'm just going to, close the book and never open again. So I know myself. I know what kind of books I enjoy to read, and that's what I read. People usually give up because whether it's not interesting or they're just like, oh, I know everything. I don't want to learn more, which is, we always can learn anything from anyone, even kids. At the beginning of summer, I still go, but like especially in the beginning of summer when I had a little bit more time, I would go to some parks and see kids playing, and I would learn so much from them just by observing them. They're courageous. They don't care what you think, what others think. I learned a lot. I learned that they are, they're not shy. They're not, well, there's nothing wrong to the fact to be shy, but they're courageous and they can do whatever they want to do at that moment. And there's nothing that stops them to do things. They don't care if they look silly. They don't care if they look weird. So from anything you can learn, and especially from books. So the third habit, it's about soul. This is a little bit deeper because for different people, it's going to be different things. It can be breathing techniques and again, or meditation. And I'm not judging. I was one of the people that when we hear about meditation, we think it needs to be 30 minutes, 1 hour and more. But it can be literally 1 minute, 2 minutes. The breathing techniques can be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Doesn't matter. I think it's like working out when we want to do 3-4 times and then we're like, oh, but I can't, so I'm not going to do it at all. In meditation, it's the same thing. Sorry guys, if I talk now, my mood changed. It's because I think I'm overwhelmed with filming. So yeah, if you have never done it, try with 1 minute if you want to try. If it's not interesting for why it's calming meditation and breathing, it's because you calm your nervous system by mindfully breathing, because we all breathe, but we breathe because we are used to breathing. But when you're breathing on purpose, you're mindful when you're breathing, I can't explain with words. After, even if you do 1 minute, you will be so calm. It's crazy. I've tried once before and I couldn't stop. So I'm doing for a few minutes, and it's enough for me to keep me calm and everything throughout the day. It depends on each person, but it is what it is. If breathing meditation, it's not your thing, you're like, give me something else. Maybe your religion is your thing. Maybe praying is your thing. Again, it can be 1 minute, one phrase. I'm gonna tell the story about praying here on YouTube as well. I've learned from Edmile that he prays for strangers whenever he sees one. It's just in his head. He's like, God be with you, or I hope everything is good with you. And I started to implement it, and it's a different kind of energy you feel when you do that for you, and also I'm sure for the stranger as well. I do believe that it's powerful. It's like whenever I see a stranger, whenever I can remember it. Now I'm more used to it, but before at the beginning, I'm like, okay, don't forget, Miriam, don't forget. But whenever I see one stranger, I am like, I hope that everything is good for you. I hope that today you have a great day. I hope that God is with you. He can do wonders to your soul. That's why that's why I think it's important. So whether it's breathing meditation, praying, it can be even to yourself, one phrase to yourself every single morning or every single night, which will take literally 2 seconds of your life. So so far we talked about healthy body, healthy mind, healthy soul. We're gonna talk about healthy diet. Because yes, healthy body by working out, it's important, but everything starts in the kitchen. So the fourth one, it's healthy diet. So it doesn't matter what diet do you choose. It doesn't matter. If it's healthy for you, it doesn't matter. Again, healthy diet and health in general, we define in different ways. If I describe to you what healthy diet for me is, it might not be the same definition for you, and it's okay. The important thing is that only you know what the best for you. Wherever you choose, I think it's important. It's because if we don't choose anything, we'll eat anything that we want. We'll eat cheat meals, I don't know how many times per week, how many times per day. We'll eat lots of sugar, which we all know those things are not healthy. We'll consume excessive amount of alcohol, drugs, if we don't care what we put in your body. And you'll be like, well, alcohol and drugs are not, and smoking are not food. Yeah, but if you don't care what you put as a food in your body, trust me, you would not care what do you put in a liquid form or any other forms in your body. So just what's your boundaries? What's the amount of alcohol, let's say, per week or per month that you want to consume and stick with it? Well, the best thing it's no alcohol at all, but who am I to tell you that? Just be mindful. And also know the impact that eating lots of cheat meals, drinking lots of alcohol, smoking, any drugs can have. Because I feel like, yes, we are in this generation that has lots of information, but at the same time, I don't think it's an advantage, because there's so many information that we don't even know what to trust, what we don't trust. So do your own research and see yourself what alcohol does to your body, what drugs do, what smoking do. So that's why I wanted to include. And the fifth one is a financial habit. Why? It's because it's as much as important as the other habits that we've talked about. So whether you check your finances every week, every beginning or end of the month, it's important to check, because sometimes we have even subscriptions on our phone, which can be even $1, $2, $9.99, I don't know, that we don't even use, and it's there, and with time builds up. Like $9.99 per month, it's a lot per year, right? So especially if you don't use the app, so make a habit to go on your phone under subscription, or in general, just see your statements, just see what you consume more, what you want to hold, what you want to cut of that month. It's because I feel like, especially with credit cards, it's like we use, and we don't even know what we are using. It's a very interesting thing, and I feel like either you're a spender or not, you know which kind of person you are. Are you a spender? Especially if you're a spender, you like to spending money, but at the same time, you want to be mindful. It's better if we keep up with our finances and see what we spend the most money, if you want to be mindful. I know that some people don't care, but those are the 5 healthy habits. So body, mind, soul, diet, and finances. If you implement even one of those 5 and then gradually add more, you're gonna be unstoppable. And I would love to also include emotional. Honestly, I was like, yeah, I need to include also emotional habit, meaning you do introspection of your emotions, and you know when you get angry, how you get angry, how what calms you, what brings you peace. But I think for today, that's another video that I need to make. So for now, we'll stick to 5. But if you have the 5 already, you are unstoppable. If you don't have yet, you are still unstoppable because you're listening to this and you want to become better. Just try to one thing at a time. Don't do 5 at the same time. Because we want it to be for a long term. It's a long term journey that we are here on together. It's not like a quick 15 seconds, 30 seconds Instagram reel. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you so much, and I hope that I brought you some habits that, yes, you've listened elsewhere, but the way that I explain it to you, why it's important, I hope that it was helpful. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and ring the bell so you don't miss any other healthy habits. Before I go, remember, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you so much, guys, and see you soon.